I like playing RPGs. I like playing anything that can maintain my attention span, basically. Like right now, even as I'm recording this, I'm playing DC Universe Online just because it's something to do. It passes the time while I'm exercising, listening to music, playing guitar, whatever. Now, I also have specific standards for certain games. And one of those standards is rather high, unfortunately, for this series, Elder Scrolls. Now, the Elder Scrolls series is, well, was one of my favorites, because I loved playing the Elder Scrolls 3, which was Morrowind, then Elder Scrolls 4 is Oblivion, and 5 is Skyrim. Skyrim probably being the most popular and most accepted version of the Elder Scrolls series to date, but not something I like as much. In fact, I can keep going back to Morrowind and wanting to play Morrowind. I recorded all this footage just so I could talk over it, really. But my deal is that Skyrim is using a broken formula and then breaking it more. The broken formula I speak of, as you can see I'm using a magic quite a bit right now, is magic actually. And the magic is leveled up by using in combat, of course. But the problem is that you don't get as much experience using magic as you do using any other form of combat. So two-handed, one-handed, and archery. Now, one-handed gets 6.3 experience per hit. Then there's of course modifiers on that, but the thing is if you use an iron dagger to kill an enemy, and then you use a Daedric longsword or Daedric sword, one-handed, to kill an enemy, you'll actually get more experience using the iron dagger. Now you can see I do level up in this video, but the truth is, the video itself is somewhat misleading because I shouldn't be able to use the spells I'm using. I did the legendary thing, so all my character has all his old spells from level 100, and I can use them, which gives you a ton of experience and can level you up fast. The problem is to get to 100 the first time takes a while. So that's a big problem for me, because earlier I was trying to make a video about this, and I killed a giant. I used every type of different spell level to just show it off. But the problem is that I only ever got maybe 1 or 2 levels with my magic, but I'd get 1 or 2 levels with my melee. So that's, you're thinking, why not? Because there was a 20 level difference between the two, and I was getting the same amount of levels, which is just not something that should happen. There is a mathematical formula for this, but I think they messed up the formula because also if you play on harder difficulties, you lose experience as a magic caster. Now, the one thing that also bugs me is the removal of certain skills. Skills like athletics and acrobatics specifically, because I loved athletics and acrobatics, and they gave you a reason to actually go around in the environment and look at things. In Skyrim, the only reason is because it's pretty or you want to. Whereas in Oblivion and Morrowind, but Oblivion was newer, so we'll go with that one. But in Oblivion, you could run around and level up your running skill, and that gave you bonuses to your running. And in acrobatics, you were jumping around, and that's how you unlocked rolls and stuff like that. And that addition into this game would be phenomenal. Like, say, holding down L2 is to sprint. At least I'm playing on the PS3 version, so it's L2. But so you're sprinting in Skyrim. Now say you double tap sprint. Then you do like a lunge dash, so you can actually lunge at enemies and stuff and tackle them down or something like that. Like you can knock or unbalance an enemy with things like that rather than, oh, you hold down the attack button. Like it would make combat possibly more fluid, maybe even more complex. But the thing is, they didn't want complexity. And I believe one of the things they were doing when they made this game was to make it more streamlined for all new users, because they didn't want it to be too hard, because people would get discouraged and not play it. But really, aside from those things, there's so much more, like the lack of custom magic, but I find this game is too simple. It's not that it's too easy, it's just too simple and too straightforward. And the curve on certain things is too much, such as magic. So that's my little 2 cents, I guess I'll say. But that's what this is. It's just a video you can watch while I complain about it. Because after this, I actually am deleting Skyrim off my hard drive forever, because I grow tired of how broken it was on release date, and how unbalanced it is now for combats, and how it's just broken.